One habit that I normally use to reduce my stress in my daily life is acceptance and acknowledgement. And what I mean by that is sometimes in uncomfortable situations, struggles happen, things happen that's unfortunate, that's not in our control. You have to accept that that's how life is. You have to accept that what you are feeling is valid, but at the same time, it's a part of life. And life isn't just about just all the good things. There's bad, unfortunate things that come too that's not in our control. So the way I use acceptance is I take the time to be in the moment, to be aware, and then I accept how I feel is valid. I accept my feelings as well too. I accept the moment and I accept the situation. And then I focus on how to navigate through it. If it's in my control, out of my control. So for example, the other day, I had a situation where when I was driving, my car started acting up and I started freaking out. So I pulled over on the side of the road, took some deep breaths, had some awareness, had some clarity. I realized that, okay, the car situation isn't in my control, but at the same time, I have money to get it fixed. So that helped me make the situation better because I knew that I could get it fixed. And also I didn't get in a wreck. Nobody hit my car. My car didn't get totaled or anything like that. None of that happened. And I was able to accept the moment, be present, and I was able to go to the car shop and get it fixed. Obviously, we don't want to spend money. I didn't want to spend money. So that's why I was stressing. But sometimes unfortunate things happen. And that's just how it is. We cannot just sit here and act like nothing won't never happen. We have to prepare for it. But acceptance and awareness is probably one of the biggest things. You have to be aware of what you're feeling. You have to be aware of your environment, your surroundings, your feelings, and how it impact you and others as well. And for acceptance is that you just have to accept that things are not in your control. Not everything is in your control. You can only control how you react, and you can only control how you feel about things. That's it. You can't control how certain situations play out with other people. You can't control if your car breaks down. You can't control if someone passes away. You can't control any of those things. So it's about accepting that is not in my control. That is not in my control, and you can get through the situation with acceptance and awareness. Because sometimes when you lack awareness too, is what I'm realizing is that we are able to accept what's happening, but you're not aware of how you're feeling and why you're feeling the way you feel. Sometimes I feel like we can panic, and it can cause anxiety and panic attacks. I've had it happen. It's not a great feeling to feel. But at the same time, I've been through that, and the way I cope with that, because normally that happens when I have a lot of stress, is exactly what I'm telling now. For instance, when I first came to college, I don't know if it was because I was homesick, I don't know what it was, but I used to have panic attacks all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night, grasping for air, grasping for water. It was very scary. I felt like I was about to die. But one thing I do now is I keep water beside my bed. I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of what I need to do in order to prepare myself. So I keep water beside my bed. And then if I do wake up like that, I get out my bed, I take deep breaths, and I accept that what I'm feeling it's okay. I take deep breaths, and then I tell myself that it's going to be okay. I accept the feeling, I accept the moment, but then I tell myself that it's going to be okay. And in those moments, it's scary because you don't want to have panic attacks. You don't want to feel like you're having a heart attack. You don't want to feel like you are about to pass out and die. Nobody likes that feeling. But what I'm starting to understand is that we have to accept these feelings. Can't just push them off. Can't just, no. That's the only way we're going to get through it. It's not easy at all. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it can definitely help to navigate our lives better, for sure. It just takes a lot of time and it takes practice. I'm not a master at it, But at the same time, this is just my opinion on something that just helped me. Is having acceptance and having awareness to help to reduce that stress. So focus on accepting the situation for what it is. Focus on accepting if it's in your control, if it's not in your control, and then being aware of where you are, who you're around, and how can you control or deal with the situation in the moment now. Not next week, not 2 weeks from now. Just being in the moment, accepting where you are, who you are, and accepting everything for what it is, and just being aware of everything that comes with it. So that's just my personal experience on what I've done to one habit that I've used to reduce stress, and it has been highly effective in my life. If I'm having a panic attack, or if I have something that happens, it sucks. I get it. It sucks. It's terrible. But I'm learning that this is a part of life. A lot of stress happens, and you can overcome it, and you can get through it. It just takes time. It takes practice. It takes consistency, and you can do it. Keep being you. Keep being great. And I want you to know that I love you. I care about you, and it's going to be okay. But if you practice those tips and practice that one habit, you will be able to better assess your stress and reduce your anxiety. So I hope y'all doing well. I hope y'all doing great. My name is Demarius Fairley. I post content about fitness and mental health, and I hope that you was able to gain something from this. I hope that you was able to impact yourself in a positive way. Let me know about your thoughts on how you feel about reducing stress and the things that's going on in your life. Thank you. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm out.